Welcome to Hot Flashes and Bold Moves, a podcast for women over 50 who are done apologizing, done shrinking, and absolutely done pretending we don't know where our clitoris is.
That's right. We're Michelle and Dana, two badass, hilarious, hormone-raging women navigating the wild ride of aging with no filter, no shame, and no damn patience for bullshit.
From vaginal mysteries to dating disasters, dry spells to bold-ass reinventions, we are serving up real talk, belly laughs, and probably a little oversharing.
True. So pour a glass, put a fan in your bra, and buckle up. It's about to get
Hot in here. This is Hot Flashes and Bold Moves. Let's get into it.
Welcome to part 2 of our Breast Cancer Awareness Month episode, Boobs, Bravery, and Belly Laughs. Let's get into it.
I guess
So, for those of us who don't know, because I don't know, what are expanders?
After your mastectomy, you want your skin to still be able to stretch so they can do the implants or the deep flap. So they take up the space, and once a week, every 2 weeks, depending on your surgeon, there's a magnet in those, and they attach a big syringe with a needle into that and fill your expander to help get your skin to stretch so you're able to get whatever you're going to replace. But I just recently saw, because I didn't know how they were placed in there, and it's really pretty torturous, and it explains a lot of the discomfort because they're actually stitched to the chest wall.
Ooh.
And so as they expand them, it's pulling, and they are very uncomfortable. They are very, very uncomfortable.
That was the one time through all of this where I woke up from surgery when they put the expanders in, and I said to myself, oh my God, what have I done?
Yeah.
Because I had never felt anything like that in my life. And then I was like, is it worth this?
And then they do the fills, and it's worse.
Yeah. And they actually put them underneath your muscle and then expand them because your implant has to go under your muscle. So they're stretching your muscle out to put your implant
As
underneath.
well as the skin?
Yes.
How long do you have them?
Sounds
Yeah, it sounds terrible.
How long did I have to have them?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like she said, you go once a week and they put just a little bit in there and just like stretch it just a little bit, and you go the next week. And they basically tell you, we'll go until you're the size you want to be with your implants, and then we stop. And then you do your implant surgery.
okay. It sounds horrible.
Yeah.
It is. It's horrendous.
I can't even lie.
Yeah.
So we kind of left off when Tracy was talking about her husband helping her unwrap. Anything with your husband? Did he have a certain reaction to all of this when you had your mastectomy?
No, my husband's the kind of guy, he'll kind of make jokes sometimes just because it makes him feel better,
I have a husband, but my daughter came to help me out. They took turns after the surgery. So my youngest daughter, Adriana, came to help me after the mastectomy. And, you've got drains. It's just a mess.
Worst.
And you're bound. And, especially initially, you can't bandage yourself. You can't do your drains. The first day or two. After that, I was very independent about that. But I'll tell you, the only time I cried when I saw myself after the mastectomy was my daughter helping me bandage and the drains, and to have her have to see, she was sweet as could be about it. But that, I didn't cry for myself, that I knew things would be better or they wouldn't. But that was hard for me, for my daughter to have to see. Yeah, that was hard.
Yeah, but the expanders were hard. They were hard to deal with. And even now, I mean, I'm 9 years out, and probably just the last couple of years have I been able to lay on my stomach.
Really?
Yeah. You're on your back. I'm still on my back. And the thought of my tummy, congratulations.
Well, like I said, they're my rocks. I call them my rocks because they literally sit on your chest wall, and they're hard. So there's not cushion there. So if you lay on your stomach, it's literally like you have two rocks underneath you.
Pushing on you.
Yeah, just pushing into your chest.
So Missy, will that be different for you since they're putting the fat in there?
can't sleep on my side or my tummy yet. I mean, initially, when you have your mastectomy and then you're in expanders, they just don't want you on your side. You're on your back. And I'm still not done yet. So I don't know how far out. They say you'll know when you're able to sleep on your side. I can't. And I am a
It
side
takes a long
sleeper.
time. It takes a long time.
And you know what's crazy? Those are the things that I wouldn't think about, right?
Yeah.
I'd be like, oh my God, breast cancer, and that's horrible, and the treatments and the surgery, but then just the impacts to your daily living. Like you can't
Yeah.
lift your arms for however long, you can't sleep comfortably, or whatever
You
it
know,
is.
another big thing that you don't think about, and Tracy will agree with this, and maybe now you're at a better place 9 years out, but finding a bra because you have these incisions underneath here. I mean, I wear the ones the hospital gave me more than anything. Even sports bras are very uncomfortable. Actually, I don't have anything on right now.
Is
So
it where the drains were?
no, it's where the like I have where the flaps are, where they
Yeah.
did the flaps is through here. And I'm still kind of fresh out from that July. So that incision site is still real sensitive, but where the drains were, that's another story.
Well, I'm 9 years out, and I still like when I rub right here. It's still where the drains were. It still hurts me. It
Yeah.
still to this day hurts.
My
So if I have
friends,
a bra that sits right there
very
on it, I
good.
have to move it.
Yeah.
So I want to ask a question because I think to me, as much as the boobs, losing my hair would be something that, and Tracy, you and I have always had like hair was our thing. And I hate to sound so vain.
Well, no.
So what would you say to somebody that's, well, this makes me want to cry. What would you say to somebody that's going through this and then has lost their hair? Tracy, you had a fabulous wig.
Rich, my brother, he's an ex-Marine and he's Mr. Control Freak. And when he found out I had cancer, it's the one thing he couldn't control. But what he did control is he went to Moxie Wigs in Conroe. They are amazing. And he's told the lady, I'm sending my sister. Do not tell her prices. You get her something that looks exactly like her hair looks now. So before I even lost my hair, I went to her. We tried to match it as close to my real hair as we possibly could. And she would not tell me prices. She wouldn't tell me anything. To this day, I still don't know how much that wig cost. And so I left. And then from my first round of chemo, within 3 weeks, my hair was gone. And I was like you, Dana, when I met with Dr. Hubbard the first time, my first question was, am I going to lose my hair? And he said, yes, you are.
Didn't you get pissed off at people because they liked your wig? That you got more compliments when you wore your wig?
That wig was badass, though. It really was.
She's always, because these damn people, they don't give me compliments. They say my hair looks so great. It's not even my real damn hair. It's a
It
wig.
was bad. It was badass. I will admit that. Yeah.
That was such a kind thing for your brother to do, though.
Yeah.
I love that, and
Yeah.
I wish more people had experiences like that.
Yeah. Jane, you lost all your hair too, right?
I was totally the opposite. I was in the hospital when my hair started falling out. I was only in the hospital one time, and they say that within 10 days of chemo, that's when you're most susceptible to getting sick. And after my first chemo, starting on day 10, I was at a meeting, and you know how when you start getting fever, you get chills and you just want to lie down somewhere? Well, I didn't tell my nurse driving home that I just wanted to pull the truck over and lay in the sun. But fast forward, my fever got to 105. I had to go to the hospital. I had what's called leukopenia, where your white cells are basically depleted and you're at risk for a severe infection. Immediately put me in the hospital, isolation, all that. But anyway, my hair started falling out when I was taking a shower when I was in the hospital. But I actually liked being bald. Everybody called me GI Jane. And I had really, really, really thick hair. And so our daughter, she's really my cousin, but she's like a daughter to me. She's a hairdresser. And she said, well, maybe it won't come back so thick because I had this really thick hair. Well, it came back even thicker. So it did come back. It's like bunny hair when it first starts coming back. Then it came back, salt and pepper, and I dyed it for a while, but I'm at the point now I try to do anything with no chemicals to make cancer not come back. So I quit dyeing my hair a few years ago, and I'm like, okay, if it turns gray, it turns gray. I really don't care. But I actually liked being bald. It was so easy.
I will say it was.
I did wear those little hat things sometimes, and they were cute, but just a quick story I had, I worked senior living, and at the time I was working at a full memory care, and I had this resident roll into my office, and he would always come in there. He was bald headed, and one day he goes, "What happened to your hair?" And I said, "Oh, well, I have cancer and it fell out." And he was like, "No, you just wanted to be like me." And I was like, "You're right. I just wanted to be like you." So I did want to go back because I got cut out from the internet, but I'm sure that Tracy and Missy know this as well. But in the state of Texas, right before I got diagnosed, they passed with your insurance that if you have breast cancer and you have reconstructive surgery, that in the future, if you need to go back and have it tweaked or something goes wrong or you're not happy with it, it doesn't fall under reconstruction. It still falls under your breast cancer. So,
I think you told me
which
about
is
that too, Missy.
good because after, like yesterday, I was talking to my oncologist. After 10 years, you really need to go back and have that looked at, especially if they put implants in there. Because you know how I said I don't want any chemicals. I'm at the point I kind of want those taken out, you know? And so, unfortunately, I can't see my old surgeon because of insurance. He doesn't take the same insurance, but I did get a good recommendation. But I'm hoping that I can have that done, not because I want to have another surgery after the number of surgeries that I've had already, but it is a good benefit if you want to have them pulled back up a little bit or the implants taken out. You can, it falls under that thing that was passed by the state legislature.
That's good to know. I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
That's some amazing information.
Yeah, I think Missy, you talked about that. I have a question for you, Missy, because we're single. We talk about being single a lot. Are you nervous about dating and with all that?
No.
Getting naked in front of somebody is what she's asking about.
Okay. Well, I mean, you were showing them off at the restaurant, letting everybody see.
Are you concerned about getting naked in front of somebody with your changes?
You know what? I guess again, part of the me that I found, things are not that shallow anymore. If it's somebody that is meant to be, that's the least of my concerns. So no, not at all. Not at all. But I do kind of want to piggy on what Jan was talking about, like, for instance, the insurance covering your reconstruction and any that follow. Hopefully, some people, even prior to starting to look for help, there is so much out there, so many resources that are available. There's a place called Pockets of Hope that they send you, email them, and they send you out a cute little zip up that has pockets on the inside for your drains. Nice. I happen to just this month in September, there's a lady here in Florida that does a cancer camp for women, and it's free for any woman that's currently in cancer or recovering from cancer. And they had amazing round tables where you could ask questions of professionals. We did crafts and fun things like we were kids again. And the really cool thing was you got to see women like yourselves who are 10 years out or 20 years out, or like me, who's just 9 months from being cancer free, or my friend I went with who she actually, talking about hair, she lost and they shaved the rest of her hair while we were there. They had services to do your hair, spa things. But so my point is, look for resources or reach out to people that have gone through cancer, because there is so much to support you. Again, TikTok was my best friend. There was a lady on there who had the same diagnosis I did, who explained it so eloquently that I had to record it and send it to my family so they could understand, because I couldn't explain in the way that she did. So don't lose hope. There's so much resources, and the three of us are testament. You can come through and live a full and thriving life.
Thank you. Thank you, Missy. I think that's beautiful.
And that concludes part 2 of Boobs, Bravery, and Belly Laughs. Join us next week for our fun conclusion.
And remember to like us, share us, subscribe to us, download us, and whatever it takes, get it out there, share it with the world. We are on Facebook, Hot Flashes and Bold Moves, Facebook page, YouTube, Spotify, and Apple for podcasts.
We're two bold, badass women with mics and opinions, but we are not doctors, therapists, or any kind of official experts. On Hot Flashes and Bold Moves, we share real talk, life lessons, and hilarious stories. But this is not medical advice. You make changes to your hormones, health routines, skincare, sex life, or anything else based on what we say. Make sure to check in with a professional who knows your body better than we do. We're here to entertain and empower. So if your libido spikes, your face peels off, or your vibrator catches fire, God forbid, we love you, but it's not on us. Own your choices, use your judgment, and don't sue us.